on some commissions?
Hi Leute und willkommen zurück zu Genshin Impact. Wir gucken uns jetzt Lisas Event an. Wir wollen natürlich... wir wollen natürlich Lisas neues Outfit haben. Und dafür müssen wir natürlich ihre kleine Event-Quest machen.
We don't currently have any commission.
Really? That's all? That is... Yeah. Effendi...
Ah, I see. Let me think. There are several researchers in Spontamod who They have been They offer substantial pay, but... Yes, let's walk through the recruitment process. Very good. How's your understanding of elements? All right. You'll have to find Gafoor. According to the standard protocol for receiving visitors, he sounded like...
Das Ganze heißt Wiederaufblühen der Rosen. Okay. Startet hier in Sumeru. Suchen.
Do you still remember what the coffee's like here?
Of course. How could I forget? It used to be my go-to drink here. Listen, Gafoor. I suppose I should call you Professor Gafoor now. We're old acquaintances, so how about we stop beating around the bush, First you wanted to catch up, and now the coffee. If you have something to say, just say it.
Ich sag's, sehr gute Kameraeinstellung. Muah, perfekt.
Oh, that's Gafoor! He's the one we're searching for. But...
Oh, well, it's nothing really. It's just that ever since you left the academia, our original projects and plans have lost their backbone, so to speak. Cyrus is also disappointed. He's always valued you as a proud disciple. To be honest, it's a real shame that you left the academia, Lisa. With your wisdom and intellect, had you stayed in the academia, you would have become a herbad by now.
Hold on. That's Lisa! The librarian Lisa! Paimon heard that Lisa had studied at the academia before, but that was a long time ago.
If I'm reading the situation right, you're reminiscing about the past to convince me to come back, aren't you?
Well, I heard that you're currently the librarian for the Knights of Favonius in Mondstadt. If you ask me, that's a tragic waste of your talents. Why waste your time and energy on something as trivial as taking care of a library? Your time is much more valuable than that. If you're willing to come back to the academia, I have plenty of projects for you to preside over right away. The academia needs people right now, and some of these projects are quite important.
Yawn. So all this talk is to convince me to come back. I'm guessing Professor Cyrus doesn't know that you're talking to me about this.
As a matter of fact, he has long wanted you to come back and work at the academia.
Is that so? You know, Professor Gafoor, it isn't a good idea to lie to people. Our teacher knows exactly why I left the academia after only 2 years. He would never ask me to come back. Giving up my life in Mondstadt and returning to the academia as a Spontamod researcher. The price of seeking wisdom is no longer something I'm willing to pay. So please, don't bother trying to get me to come back.
Wow! So Lisa used to be a Spontamod researcher? Paimon's never heard her mention it before.
Besides, taking care of a library is important work. I've never considered it a waste of my time. Wisdom is hidden in every corner of the world. Never underestimate wisdom, no matter how small it may appear. That's what our teacher always said. A good scholar wouldn't overlook the small details, Gafoor. I'm sorry. I'm still not used to calling you Professor. Nevertheless, the underlying meaning of what you just said is simply wrong. And there's one other detail you probably haven't noticed. 2 people... Is there anything we can help you two with?
Hello, Lisa?
Well, if it isn't you two... Long time no see, cutie.
Excuse me, but what business do you two have here?
Well, Actually, we're here to participate in a research project on ley lines for Spontamod. We just finished registering with Effendi.
A research project on ley lines? Oh, darling. You haven't joined the academia, have you?
Right. Effendi told us a research project is looking for paid volunteers. That's what we came to see Gafoor about.
Paid volunteers? Gafoor, is the academia really that understaffed? Or are there projects that insist on the use of outsiders?
No. The paid volunteers are for a conventional project to monitor the ley lines. All operations follow the prescribed safety protocol. We rely on a lot of manpower to collect the data. There's no way around it now. But
If memory serves me right, collecting ley lines data requires investigators to go deep into domains, which can be dangerous.
We've seen our fair share of combat since leaving Mondstadt. Exploring a domain is like a walk in the park to us.
It's been so long now. I can only imagine.
So there's...
since you two are here to apply for the project, then please wait a moment while I talk.
I'm sorry, Gafoor. My answer is...
Aren't you even a little bit interested?
I have never regretted my decision to leave the academia. I don't think that will change in the future.
I thought after all this time you would have a different answer. But you're still as obstinate as ever, Lisa. You've made yourself clear. I'll only make a fool of myself if I keep insisting. In that case, I still have unfinished business to take care of, so I'll take my leave.
Yes. Don't worry. I'll be there on time.
As for you two, please come see me later in the Mauti. Oh, and
Yes?
I wish you the best of luck in Mondstadt.
Thank you. Well then, cuties. Now that the recruiter is gone, we can sit down and have a good chat. Much has been happening within the academia, and Gafoor is paving the way for his future.
By the way, Lisa, what brought you to Sumeru? Are the Knights okay with you being gone?
Of course. Jean gave me an extended paid vacation. It's rare that I get any time off, so I don't know how much of our conversation you heard, but I studied in the Spontamod Darshan at the academia for 2 years. But instead of staying at the academia after graduation, I went back to Mondstadt to become the librarian for the Knights of Favonius.
So that's why you came to Sumeru, right? To walk around and meet with your old friends and teachers.
You'd like to know, wouldn't you? Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt if I told you. After all, it was ages ago. If anything, it all boils down to a difference in philosophy. When I first came to the academia, Professor Cyrus really appreciated my work and invited me to participate in several major projects. But most of those projects ended in failure. To be honest, they went too far trying to achieve wisdom beyond mortal understanding. I didn't want any part of that lunacy, so I left. Anyway, now that I told you, make sure you keep it between us.
Sounds like you've
I don't wish to return to the academia, even if Professor Cyrus came to ask me personally. Rather than conducting experiments day and night, I'm much more suited for working hours.
Oh, Lisa chose to be a librarian.
I prefer to take things at my own pace when it comes to tiring tasks like a... It's a pity I didn't even have time to visit that child in Gandharvaville yet. Speaking of which, what about you two? I see. Even I didn't expect them to be so bent on their Sounds like you were involved in some remarkable... And to think, you were even able to handle a crisis of that magnet. Having accomplished such a feat, I'm sure you must have a lot on your plate right now. What a pity. It's very rare. Oh, then would you like to spend some time with me, darling? That would be wonderful.
Natürlich,
I
Schätzchen.
plan to spend the next few days. Who knows? Perhaps we'll bump into each other again. Come to think of it, there's something romantic about such a chance encounter like this. It's like icing on the cake for this little vacation of mine. If you see me around, be sure to come and say hello.
Easy. Date mit Lisa klar gemacht. Jo, gefällt mir. Wir hatten ja schon ein paar Dates, will ich es mal nennen. in den kleinen mini-legendären Aufträgen. Ja, da waren wir schon mit einigen Mädels aus. In den, wie hieß das auf Englisch? Hangouts oder so? Und jetzt kommt Lisa auch auf unsere Liste. Wo? Oh, müssen wir da runter nachher?
There you are. Looks like you two are ready. Very well. Let me inform. Spontamod has been involved with the ley lines for a long time, and it's imperative that they're. However, since it's often dangerous inside the domains, we've established it'll be your task to go into the domain. Well, those are all the necessary details.
Okay, also kleine Kampfherausforderung wieder. Okay, also, wenn man, wo dieser Übergang ist, einen Charakter reinmacht und man den dann wieder benutzt, bekommt der einen Buff für die nächste Runde. Immer so weiter. Viele Trupp können mit 2 Beischanstechniken extra. Okay. Also es ist eine kleine Änderung gemacht, aber also, ein zu vieler Gegner auf dem Schlachter erzählt man mit Markierung mit physischen. Okay, also wieder ein Kampf, wieder verschiedene Runden, wieder mit verschiedenen Schwierigkeiten. Das heißt, hier einfach sind die Gegner Level 40. Normal sind die Gegner 70 und schwierig sind die Level 90. Natürlich mit einer höheren Schwierigkeit bekommt man einen höheren Punkte-Multiplier. Okay, wir machen auf normal. Ja. Und genau. Wir nehmen das Probierteam, würde ich sagen. Dann mixen wir hier Raiden mit rein. Und hier stecken wir jetzt Raiden Zhongli, Venti und ich glaube, ja, ist okay. Die Buffs erhöht den Inventar-Anlage über 12 Sekunden um 100 Punkte. Wenn er, ja, anlegen. Den Schadensbonus für ihn mit Nahida Arbeit ist okay. Und hier mal gucken. Bist du einfach der Angriffskraft, ne? Ja, nehmen wir mit rein. Bei dir, was haben wir hier noch? Ah, okay. Also natürlich, ihr nehmt das, mit dem ihr euch am sichersten fühlt. wenn man schon so die Aufstellung so bekommt, könnt ihr die Testcharaktere natürlich nehmen und der Rest wird so zerstört. Hey, was ist mit euch?
Everyone hold hands.
Ich habe doch noch gar nicht angefangen.
Try not to enjoy the...
Ready, go! Don't be scared.
Flicker. Deflect.
Hey! You play. You're up. Hey, go away.
Let's spark things up a little. You're in for a little shock. You're in for a little shock.
Okay, ja, zu stark. Bin nicht mehr dazu gekommen, den High Damage von dieser auch zu nutzen. Also. Man kommt nicht ins Menü, das heißt, man kann kein Buff-Food essen. Nur falls einer es fragen wollte.
I see everything.
Busted. Hit. Ha. Hit. Huh.
Ich hasse das, Charaktere gestunt werden können.
Try not to enjoy this too much. Come a little closer. You're in for a little shock.
Time for takeoff.
Shine down! Inazuma shines eternal!
Let me weave you a verse. Rain out.
This is order. Crumble.
Illusion shattered!
Brace yourselves. Let's play. Think you can get away?
Now you shall perish! Shine down! Ha! 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 Ka! Ha! There is no escape!
Stabilize.
Könnt ihr beide hierher porten?
I will have order.
No, my sword.
Time for takeoff.
Shine down! Inazuma shines eternal! Ha! Ha! Ka! Ha! 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 Ka!
Also ich habe mir jetzt wirklich Zeit gelassen. Ich hätte viel stärkere Charaktere als Venti oder Zhongli in das letzte Team mit reinnehmen können. Trotzdem Gold geschafft. Wie gesagt, ihr nehmt die, mit denen ihr am besten kämpfen könnt. Versucht die Buffs gut zu verteilen. Und dann ist das okay. Und jetzt müssen wir natürlich einmal hier alles abholen. Okay, man musste nur 8.000 bekommen. Ich habe 10.000 gehabt. Schließe alle Herausforderungen ab 5. Okay, man muss mindestens einmal irgendwie 10.000 bekommen haben, damit man Lisas Klamotten bekommt. Und halt jeden Tag fertig gemacht haben. Das heißt, jeden Tag mindestens 2000 Punkte bekommen haben. Das heißt, morgen... Ja. Okay, ja. Dann den Rest der Woche einfach jeden Tag mal einloggen, so einen kleinen Kampf machen und dann bekommen wir dieses wunderschöne Outfit für Lisa.